Hey, what's up guys, it's Oakley, and we're going to be playing a siege in Shogun 2 Total War. This is going to be a siege of Iburi Castle. This is actually a new map, not necessarily new, but it wasn't in the original release of the game. And this is going to be rather interesting in terms of the siege, because I didn't quite know what to expect. So here are my guys moving forward. And I have two components, which you can see on the battle map. But already something suspicious is already starting to happen. So I'm starting to take cannon shots, but my opponent is not actually bringing any, he doesn't actually have any cannon units. I didn't know this, but the entire outside of this castle has cannons built into it. So the walls of this fort are actually going to start just bombarding me as I move forward. You can see those tearing through me, so all of a sudden I'm caught unprepared for this. So really quickly, we're going to put this in slow motion just to show what's going on. So in my front ranks, I have two of those bow Ashigaru on the right flank and a bow samurai more heavily armored there. I have lone sword Ashigaru in loose order to do the first charge. General sitting in the back, and then I have two Nodachi samurai. These guys are going to be key because you can pop bonsai so their morale doesn't break. That's going to be crucial for making it past the beaten zone. Then I have two Naginata warrior monks. These guys have to have cover before they push up because they have no armor. Then I have two lone heroes. Basically, these are highly vetted lone sword Ashigaru pushing up on this fortress, and man, with the smoke starting to billow from those shots, this is going to be epic. So let's make sure we don't miss that. And then in the back I have the subscribers, heavily armed Naginata samurai. So that is one flank over here. Over on the other flank, what I've got is going to be some bow Ashigaru taking some nasty fire. Two of those there. A matchlock samurai, and in the back another matchlock samurai with two katana samis. So a bit more armor on this flank, and I'm going to be doing a massive assault with my first wave of light troops. See, I'm going to start pushing up, trying to put the pressure on. Again, on this side, you can see the... Oh no, that's not a cannon. It looks like the cannons can only fire from the corners. But then he has a bunch of these matchlock samurai on all ranks. Every single rank has matchlock Ashigaru and other gun units. There's only one sword attendant on the top. So I'm going to be having to deal with a bunch of guns, especially over here. He has Portuguese Tercos and then maximum vetted... I believe those are heavy gunners. So yeah, firing squad. So a lot of highly ranked matchlocks. So this is going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and watch this. So the first ranks are going to start to wade across the water. Told to climb the walls. You can see the cannons there actually starting to get some shots off against my guys. Point blank range. So here we go, trying to push up. My archers on the ridge there taking a pounding as we start to move up, and then his matchlocks are going to start to get fire upon me. So this is where it all begins. The first wave, Archer is going to be supporting fire, trying to suppress everything. So the advantage I have is definitely going to be in numbers. But all his guys are now pouring into the battle lines to try, and you can see the red ringing the top of the palisade. So he's going to try and repulse me. And look at my guys just crumbling. So there you go. Before you could get almost anyone up at the top, he gets a counterattack against me. And he even has some of his own bows starting to hit my guys. So there goes my first lone sword unit, absolutely destroyed with almost nothing to show for it. So I have a bunch of arrows now pushing forward. Ooh, wow, the cannon's actually destroying their own part of the wall. So that was to my advantage. We're actually able to knock back some of his units. So I traded a low-cost troop for his own higher cost guys. So, you know, maybe not going so poorly here. I'm going to be able to start pushing forward, but I'm hesitant of taking more shots from units up at the top here, and there's more cannon fire coming from the wall. So there goes my first unit in retreat. Over in the back, we're doing a similar assault. Let's watch from the defender's perspective, actually, what this looks like as the ranks come out. Oh my god, just freaking brutal. And there goes the entire front lines of my guys. Still pushing forward, but with the enfilading position. I mean, look at this. This is just the absolute best position to be in here. Ooh, I did snipe one of these guys out. So perhaps not the best position. They're going to be taking some return fire from my men. Trying to get some shots off the tower here. Getting some volleys. So yeah, they are holding out pretty well. No mercy given to my guys in the frigid water. So my front lines are crumbling, and this is kind of a problem. I have a lot of ranged troops, so I can kind of start to engage with his guys up in the wall. As you can see, with my own matchlocks and bows, I can start to suppress his guys. But in order to win that fight, I need something to lock him in place, and that means I need foot troops. So once I lose on foot troops, he can just retreat back, and there's nothing I can do. So this is dangerous, which is why I'm now going for a massive push up through here. The subscribers, you guys are going to be the key to this. So they've been sent over to the main bridge while I sent parties on the other side, but we're already starting to take some shots. This side is not necessarily well defended, but that's okay. The subscribers are going to push through. Here they come from the flank on the side. You can see all the suppressing fire being dealt on the right side, but man, taking volley and volley in this tightly packed column. This is going to be very dangerous. Yeah, look at that right there. That whole side going to be unleashing on these guys. So now they're going to start to fan out, start to pour forward. Like I said, nothing was here to defend, so I'm going to continue to push up. One of his guys, Matchlock Ashigaru, the weakest of his troops, are going to start to rout. It's going to be an opportunity for me to push up the wall. He's brought his guys up close to try and deal some suppressing fire to me, but I'm engaging pretty well on this flank, keeping his guys tied up as he tries to exchange fire. I tried to move up close, so he's going to be chewing into my Matchlock Samurai. I'm down to half strength, but it's enough to distract him. My guys are now up on the walls, so that means I'm going to be able to start swarming and pinning those guys down. On the far side, I have now actually decided to push a full-out assault with my second wave of infantry. These are going to be my Lone Sword heroes, and they're getting destroyed on all sides, but good thing about Lone Sword heroes, they're cheap and they are numerous. So here they go, climbing up the flanks. His couple of guys remaining on the walls have to retreat or they're going to get cut apart. So there you go. Now that we've made it, I can start suppressing his guys on the wall. Still, the heavy gunner positions here holding strong, doing tremendous damage. They can help support their own men, but here comes one of my Ashigarus up on the wall here. So my guys are breaking just as they make it to the top. My supporting fire is doing pretty well. Over here, most importantly, I got my Nodachi pop Bonsai to make them get past the morale breaking point in the beaten zone. So he's going to countercharge me, and holy crap, we're getting shot to pieces by the second ranks. The heavy gunners, blood is going on our screen, so really need Bonsai. But here we go, we've pushed through the first ranks. The enemy is going to be falling back into position, but the problem, the further I push into this castle, the less I'm able to support with my units. So I'm trying to push up with Mega Knighted Warrior Monks, getting pummeled on all sides. So at this point my units are starting to break, but so is my opponents. Over on this flank, see my archers are doing good damage. We've suppressed this. He's still alive, but I have actually, looks like the Naginata Samurai have closed in. The subscribers have closed into the rear of this position. So suppressing fire from the front and attack in the rear is actually going to give us the win here. The enemy general, bodyguard, and some light cav is in the mix, trying to clean up some of my forces. He did a good charge against Katana Samurai who were tired from running all this distance. So a good way to countercharge against my infantry. The problem, however, is I am now going to be bringing up some more Naginata Samurai. And most importantly, I do have one Katana hero. Delenda S. Cartago is the name of this guy. Somewhat fitting in the sense that we're seizing an enemy capital, and he's going to be crucial. You can see I waited for the last second to commit on my hero. Those guys are very important. Look how much damage they're able to do. So tremendous damage, high morale. I just needed to get them into the city, and once they're in there, then they can wreak havoc and kill units. So this is going to allow me to start cleaning this side up. And he doesn't have much in the sense of heavy gunners anymore. Looks like they've been pulled back. My guys in the front are starting to break and rout, but I still have a couple guys left, so we're going to start to take this. I do have my Bow Ashigaru mounting up the wall, so I'm putting more and more pressure. Bow Samurai there, having more of their presence known. And the general, they're pulling back behind his lines, but he's going to be abandoning his units because I'm going to crash into them from both sides. And here comes Katana Hero, killing that. So there goes the right flank for my opponent. He has lost. Over here, I've committed the majority of my guys into this fight. My lone heroes are here in the mix, trying to climb up the walls. But they're going to be taking heavy damage from the Portuguese Turcos. High armor, pretty good stats. So they're holding strong on the second level. They are taking out a lot of my guys. Over in the distance, he still has more of his units left. A massive line of the heavy gunners. This is going to be key to look at. And look at just how brutal heavy gunner fire is. It is going to be hard for my guys to get anywhere up here. They're in just a couple volleys. My guys have been taken out, so Mega Knighted Warrior Monk's trying to get up. But man, oh man, is it tough. And he has more ranks over there pushing to kind of stem the retreat on that side, so I have to be super careful. It does mean he has less pressure over here, so I really need to commit more units into the fight. I have a couple guys in his ranks, but you know, it's not enough. He has supporting rear lines. The general's going to be coming back, so this flank perhaps not going as well, so I need to pour everything into killing this unit. I have some Knight Warrior Monks coming back. My general is in the distance. I may have to bring him in soon. Over on this flank, however, we had a bit more luck with my lone heroes. They just tore up these Turcos once they got up, so that was good. The enemy general is going to try and engage with my guys. He may be able to flatten me, but I may be able to get a lucky kill on the bodyguard, so we'll see. If I am able to kill that, I can push up to the top. Let's see, on this flank, I was able to actually push through these lines thanks to my hero. He is, you know, only down by 5 men, so I'm keeping him well out of the line of fire, bringing up my bows, and now my front ranks are starting to push up. I have some of my own Bow Ashigaru at the top, so I'm doing everything I can to avoid his remaining healthy matchlock units. So now we're going to be pushing everything through the top, bringing in my bows to support. But on this right flank, I did lose some of my Katana Samurai, so my numbers are starting to waver and become very low. So my Bow Ashigaru here got a bit too ambitious. I gave them an attack order on those matchlock units. Oh, actually, I told them to charge into melee because I knew once the enemy matchlocks got into firing position, they could kill off my guys. So my priority was just, you know, do battle with them, tie them up, and even if that was just really, really quick, it bought enough time for my units to get up the wall unsuppressed. And take a look at this. Just in the nick of time, the couple seconds that I bought myself is just enough time to get the heroes into the keep without taking fire. So my bow units definitely paying for themselves right there in their sacrifice. He only got a couple volleys off, whereas if I hadn't, you know, sacrificed that unit, he would have been able to kill me. So this is very important, getting some guys up into the keep. Now that's not the, you know, that's not the entirety of my unit, but it is a healthy number. So now I can reform on this side. And you can see his firing lines here. He's got an entire Matchlock Ashigaru unit facing off against my guys on this flank, one guarding that flank. Over in the back here, I've lost the remainder of my guys. All that I have left is Naginata Warrior Monks. Everything that's up in the keep. So Naginata Samurai, the subscribers staying strong to the end, and then the Katana Hero. That's kind of all I have. But most importantly, what I have over here actually is some Bow Samurai who can help suppress. This is going to be very important. I'm targeting especially the general. And this is going to be key because I have the bows, which have an arcing line of fire. It's going to allow me to start to hit some of his units before he can hit me. That forced his guys to reshuffle, and now I can get in close quarter combat. And always the important thing is going to be to shield my Katana Hero. Naginata Samurai went in first, and now you can see my heroes coming in through here, charging forward and carving these guys up. The enemy is unperturbed by this. I believe these are the heavy gunners. Oh my god, I don't even know what this is going to look like when they fire through their own lines. This could be devastating. This is typical nonchalance when it comes to friendly fire. Oh my god. No fucks given. Just killed them all. Holy crap. That is crazy. So that one volley doing pretty good is actually going to start to waver the morale of my subscribers here, but you know, at the same time, some of his units are going to be starting to rout a bit as well. So this could go either way. General there in the distance. I'm going to start to pull in my Bow Samurai, try and get them in the mix, because this could be deadly. You can see how he pulled some of his matchlocks around to this flank, and look, they're positioned to deal a death blow into the rear of my line. So here they go. If they get a volley off, this could be very, very brutal. Looks like they will. But thankfully, my Katana Hero decides to get in the mix, re-engages with this before he can deal armor-penetrating damage to me, and there you go. Now we finally cause his guys to start to rout. Over on this side, however, he did break my remaining subscribers. See them starting to go down. Heavy gunners are all that remains. But now, aha, Bow Samurai just in the nick of time. They're going to stop. Oh, did you see that decapitation? Wow. But yeah, my heavy gunners coming in just in the nick of time. You can see how, or sorry, my own Bow Samurai coming in the nick of time. They prevented the heavy gunners from getting a point-blank volley against my Katana Heroes. Had they not been there to interrupt that volley, he certainly would have killed a lot of my guys, and that could have spelt the end of my units. Here we go. My hero's trying to take off the last of the general's bodyguard units here. Let's see actually what... There we go. Going down. So well-deserved victory. This was a monumental win against a castle that had literal cannons sticking out the side. My guys here gonna be cheering at the foot of the capital. And the way they're cheering is really funny actually. And some guy even just died as he was cheering. Oh, must have been from the keep. Oh, but what's that? The arrow seems to have come from behind him. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, that was a really, really epic fight. I didn't expect a castle that had cannons that could fire by itself. So that was really cool. So if you haven't played on this map before, I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's called Iburi Castle. Makes for some very, very intense action. You saw this was down to just the last couple units in a face-off here at the end. So hero units definitely being very important. See if we can't get some nice shots of the final guys there. But yeah, that was awesome. Let's go ahead and end the battle. Take a look at some of the replay stats. Whew. That I won that just by the skin of my teeth. That was really epic. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, leave your recommendations if you'd like to see more siege battles. I know those those videos usually get more views, and I definitely appreciate siege battles a lot. So you know, I'd be more than happy to bring more of those to your attention. Deployed, I brought 2,700. He brought 900, so I brought 3 times as many guys, and I still barely won that engagement. He killed 1,700 of mine. I lost 2,300, so only 400 men left in my unit, and he lost down to basically the last 20 men. Let's take a look at some of the unit stats. Who got the most kills for me? The subscribers actually taking it home. 209 kills, Bow Samurai at the end there in supporting fire, 128, and the heroes proving their worth with 98 kills. Let's see, down at the bottom here, my first wave, yeah, Katana Samurai, Lone Sword Ashigaru getting almost nothing, whereas my opponent 408 for the firing squad, heavy gunners 317, 198, just balls to the wall from my opponent. Even the sword attendant's getting a lot of killed. He may have done actually even better had he not brought a light cav, but it was still pretty useful for counter-charging my swords up on the walls. But yeah, one more match slot and he probably had that battle. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.